Welcome to This Explainer. All right, picture this. You're sitting right in the middle of a high-stakes corporate boardroom. The air is thick with anticipation, the spreadsheets are locked in, and your executive team is literally seconds away from pulling the trigger on a massive new venture. It feels like a clear victory, right? The deal's signed, hands are shaken, and everyone is laser-focused on the big gains ahead. But what if I told you that in that exact moment of victory, you just paid a massive unseen toll?
Okay, let's dive into this because this is where it gets fascinating. Behind every single major corporate win lies a silent graveyard of abandoned alternatives. Think about it. Whenever an executive proudly says yes to one venture, they are silently saying no to 100 others, 100 different paths, 100 other potential blockbusters. That number, 100, it represents the sheer, overwhelming magnitude of what gets left behind in the dust. The absolute second you commit your resources to one direction, boom, 99 other doors instantly lock shut.
So this presents a pretty critical question, and I want you to really think about it. How do top-tier companies actually calculate the price of the choices they don't make? Look, tracking the money you actually spend, that's the easy part. The numbers are right there staring back at you on the balance sheet. But it's remarkably difficult to track the value of the paths you completely abandon. The illusion of a simple yes is that it's just a green light to move forward. But highly successful corporations, they know the truth. They understand that every single green light inherently requires flashing red on 100 other opportunities.
Now, this unseen graveyard, it isn't just some vague philosophical idea, not at all. It's a highly defined phenomenon right at the very core of managerial economics. Business professors spend their entire careers training future leaders to identify, isolate, and put a name to this exact hidden force. It's literally the secret engine running underneath every corporate spreadsheet, just quietly dictating the true success or failure of a business.
So the crucial point here is that economists call this opportunity cost. It explicitly represents the hidden cost, or the invisible price, if you will, of the strategic choices a company deliberately does not make. It takes this abstract concept and transforms it into a harsh boardroom reality. Listen, if you're only looking at the profits of the choice you made and you aren't calculating your opportunity cost, well, you're flying blind. You are missing half of your entire corporate strategy.
But how does this theory actually play out when millions of dollars are on the line? Well, it all comes down to capital allocation. It's this high-stakes game of deciding exactly where to deploy finite cash, limited resources, and precious time. When a leadership team sits down to allocate that capital, they are putting the entire concept of opportunity cost to the ultimate unforgiving test.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what that capital allocation looks like in practice. Imagine a manufacturing firm. They've got a fixed amount of factory floor space, a set budget, and they are facing a strict either-or battle. If the corporation decides to allocate those resources to manufacturing an unproven, brand new product, the opportunity cost is the guaranteed revenue they instantly sacrifice by not scaling up their proven existing product. You can't spend the exact same dollar twice, right? Every single hour of labor devoted to that shiny new idea is an hour effectively stolen from the reliable cash cow.
Okay, so understanding this either-or dynamic is a fantastic first step. But how do top-tier companies actually integrate this into their daily workflows? I mean, they certainly don't just guess or go with their gut. No way. They utilize a highly rigorous approach to map out these hidden costs long before any plans are set in stone. The entire goal is to take what is naturally unseen and drag it out into the open so it can be accurately measured against potential profits. So here is the exact process they use to do just that. First, they take a really hard look at their available capital and determine exactly what resources are ready to deploy. Then, and this is key, they directly weigh their options against one another. It's like rigorously comparing that new product line to the existing one we just talked about, and most crucially, they put a tangible, hard financial value on the path they didn't choose, evaluating their final decision against that invisible toll. Honestly, this rigorous process is exactly what separates good managers from truly great ones. Which brings our narrative right back full circle. Every yes is 100 no's. For executives, managers, really anyone making strategic decisions, you've got to stop ignoring the unseen paths you leave behind. Every single time you commit to one direction, you need to feel the weight of the 100 other ideas that were rejected to make it happen. Explicitly recognizing this, it shifts your entire mindset. It guarantees that your final decision is undeniably worth the alternative you just gave up. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a direct and frankly vital challenge. Whether you're leading a massive multinational corporation, strategizing for a small, scrappy team, or just evaluating your own personal ventures, ask yourself, what invisible price are you paying for the choices you make today? Every single decision costs you an alternative. If you start explicitly factoring in those hidden costs and really respect the power of the opportunity cost, you might just find yourself making far sharper, vastly more strategic choices tomorrow.